Hello peoples, and welcome back to Dutch Modeling with another inbox review. This time it's an ICM kit again, it's 135, kit number the 35518, and in this case it's the ZiL-131 emergency truck, which is a Soviet vehicle, as you can see. Want to thank ICM for sending me this kit for review purposes, and I hope I can do the best thing for them. Here's a little write-up over the truck. I'm going to close it in so you can read it. I'm going to touch my screen again because it's... oh, yeah, it's the screen of the camera, sorry. It indicates how shiny the box is. Hope you can read it anyhow. Just pause. On the side there's another box art, which I actually do like very much. The drawings in color. And here is another box art with the kit number. Let's see, it says here it's 276 parts, length of 21 centimeters and a height of 9 centimeters. And you need cement and paint to finish as shown. And those are not included. So, nothing on the back. Let's open this. Here. It's just a cover with these straightforward boxes. The beige color plastic, as you can see, with a marker here. It has the same number as the kit, so you can check if you got the right kit in the box. And this says 007. I have no clue what that means. So, one big bag of plastic and one booklet, which are the instructions. Let's start with those. I'm hoping I got enough light still, because the light is fading fast. Do this a little bit like this. Yeah, this is better. This is a A4 type glossy paper booklet with a, I'll come with those later, write-up in Russian or Ukrainian. To be honest, I do not know if Russian and Ukrainian differ very much, as they're being old Soviet Union, all in the same. So I don't know if it's a different language, but it's Russian or Ukrainian, I'm guessing. And English, with the tactical and technical specifications of the truck. The color callouts are in Revell and in Tamiya, with the names in behind here. There's not a lot. The next page we have the Decals, which we'll get to later. And the give me a second, no, it will be the same. The sprue map with the orange highlighted parts are not to be used. These are a little bit more reddish because this is the glossy paper and this is normal paper. And the sprue map is numbered, as you can see, pretty large. So they're eligible, readable. You know what I mean. You need almost everything. These are parts of the chassis. No clue why you don't use these. You got here more chassis parts as well. So there will be a reason, probably for a different configuration of the truck. But you won't need these at all, by the looks of it. So, and here are more sprues even. A lot of sprues. The instructions start with building up sub-assemblies for the chassis, air tanks for the compressed air and the braking system and the ride height system, brackets. I have to see where I place it, so I probably can see what it is. I think this is clutch work. Chassis parts coming together with the leaf springs already attached. it says all chassis details except marked separately. Yeah. Guessing this is what they mean with marked, because they're painted black. So all go on here with chassis detail. The fuel tanks in the holder go on. Other side. The engine build up here. Continues here. It's pretty detailed, as you can see. Yeah, this is the gearbox. This is the gearbox, sorry, this is transmission cover box. The exhaust actually it has to be cut to length, as you can see here. This will be air filter system. More parts underneath the chassis. It's part of the drivetrain. More being built up. As you can see, the underside is pretty extensive, detailed. We're here placing the radiator, and we're at step 33, so yeah, not a weekend build. Steps, brackets, there's a winch. More parts for the chassis. Here the axles are being assembled. Leaf springs being mounted. Wheels are being prepared with rims, left wheel, right wheel. Let's see, there doesn't seem to be a difference in. No, even the numbers are all the same, so it doesn't matter which way you build them up. Being placed on the axles. Drivetrain again being placed, as you can see here, on the axles of the wheels. All goes on the chassis. Torsion bars. All part of the drivetrain still. Front wheels go on. And that's it for the chassis part now. That's 53 steps. Now we go on to, oh, you can still see it. We go to the cabin part. Just gonna check this one, guys. So this might wide out now. I don't know how well you can see. Well, you probably can see this pretty good. Cabin part. Yeah, you can still see this. Okay. We're detailing the interior. Dashboard. Clutch, brake, steering, all kind of levers for gears, and probably even a diff lock. Steering wheel made up. These are the seats are being built up. Seats and benches placed. This is the rear wall of the cab with the window in it. Yeah, the roof goes on. The doors being furnished, so to speak, with all the nuts and handles and everything on it. Check, this is still the window, so the glass case goes in. The window, the door on the other side is being built up in glass as well. Doors go in, as you can see. Front window is being placed. This is how it should look like when you're done. Headlights, mudguards, headlights being placed. Or fenders, these are fenders, sorry. Fenders are being placed on the chassis as well as the cab is. Then front grille is being built up. Emergency orange lights being placed. The hood is being put up, which I'm hoping you can show open. Would be cool with that engine. Rear view mirrors, wing mirrors, all sides of details going on the side here, as well as here. Same. Light guards, window wipers, searchlight. And then we're going to the emergency setup on the back, on the flatbed. flatbed part, front and back, being mounted, detailed up. Sides, the windows go in, as you can see here, and the bigger doors or hatches. Sides being placed. You can choose between two things. Detailed being milled up from, looks to be like something of a kennel almost. Maybe they something of a search dog will be housed in here. It definitely looks like it. If you can see, this is a kennel, door on the side. You could have a dog in there to help you search disaster areas. That's a nice detail. So, building off the tool bench. You can see here all details. And building up something that looks like a generator. Generator or maybe even a heater. It rips in front. The other side's being built up again with a tool cabin almost. All kinds of there's a lamp. Sorry my cold. It's another box. Another lamp. Toolbox again. See here. A vise, two vices. Stuff is going on the wall, lights going on. It's a complete workbench being built up here. The roof with the windows coming in and the roof being attached. The girders underneath to attach them to the chassis, and the split doors go in. More stuff on the bottom. Toolboxes, just storage space. Mud flaps here. A little more detailing on the bottom part. This is a I would almost say an exhaust. It extracts the fumes on the inside. Exhausts, air filtration device. Say it can also call it a very rudimentary air conditioning, something like that. It is. Don't really know the proper English word for it. Sorry. As you can see, it's all to do with the air purification and temperature controlling aspect of the build. Toolbox is more like this: jerry can, gas can, spare wheel being built with spare wheel jack. All being placed on the outside. Little ladder so you can get in and out. Roof rails for extra storage space. This will be an escape hatch, I guess, or just more space to store stuff. It's being placed on the chassis. There's a roof rack being placed on the cabin. More parts for the exhaust being built up and placed underneath, and then it's done. So we're talking about almost 50 minutes only for the instructions, which are very intricate. And here you got two versions. I hope this isn't voiding. I'm going to do it like this. With the brown cap and the yellow back part. I have no clue what this says, but hopefully somebody in the audience will know what this says. Yeah, what that means. I just can say knibbe hepto. That doesn't say, I know, but. And you got the almost completely orange version, the red door and the red stripes. Personally, I like this one better, so when I'm going to build, it's going to be this one. So, that was the instructions. Let's see what we got in the plastic. I think, yeah. Resealable bags. It is all in one bag, and this is a little bit of a downside. Also, as you can see, there are already two pieces broken off. The clear parts are protected by their own bag. as are the wheels. Ooh. Put this aside. And no, I'll do this first. Got this one here. They're pretty shiny. You can really feel them. The carrier film isn't too bad. They are pretty much in register. Enough how far you can see these. Let me see if I can get the light on there. So this is lighting out too much. You can see through them. So that's how the decals look. I don't know how good they are because I haven't used them before. So that's going to be an interesting part to find out. I'm going to put these aside so you can see where they come from. Start with the wheels. Then own resealable bag. They look rubber. They are rubber. The 2 screws, and I can just rip one off. So that makes my work a little bit easier. So they're not too soft. You can see. It will be seeing if you can make something make them look heavy, because the truck is heavy and the wheels won't be inflated fully to continue for having the right amount of grip, of course. The molding looks very good. There's a mold sim in the middle, of course, but that's not too bad. Modern car, truck, normal truck tires also have a seam from the building process, manufacturing process. Here's the thread. The thread, also, if you can see, it's pretty big. There's no markings on the side whatsoever. But the thread is very nice and they are moldable, so I think you can have some fun with these wheels. They look very good, very sturdy. And then we have the clear parts lying here, also in their own resealable bag. They are very clear. There is some deformation here in the corners of the windscreen, but that's to be expected, to be honest. Headlights are very clear. Yeah, the side lights, it looks all, well, it's very, very, very nice. Let's see if I can put this in here. And then just put this. This is the. You see there's a little bit of deformation, especially there, but that's the corner. But in the middle, I mean, I'll put it over here. It's lighting out so you can see it really. But, I mean, this is the middle of the windscreen, as you can see. There's a little bit of deformation, but they are very, very clear. Put them back in that protective baggie. In there. Well, the main sprues. Let's start with the chassis parts. Of the parts you don't use. This is actually, here's the sprue number. This is sprue A. It's not on the side, but it's inside. It's one thing to remember. Can help lessen the search for the sprue leather in this case. Leaf springs, there's a step for under the cap, on the nose, drivetrain part, the engine part. This is the fan for the the radiator. Sorry, the radiator fan. So here's the radiator. Some detailing. There's some ejector pin marks on. I'm hoping these are this is the back. You will be able to work those away because you won't be able to see them. fuel tanks, axles, more axles here, more engine parts, air filter, all kinds of stuff. Get my deep block. Show them to you. A very light ejector pin marks on the bottom of the step up, but that's a very easy fix. Just slightly sand it and you cut them out. Otherwise, I don't believe you have ejector pin marks in visible spots. And this is the belt system for the engine. I also can't really, at the moment, see any flash. I'm gonna give you a close up. If the camera wants to focus, it is. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to clean up the fan blades. The engine with the drivetrain. See the fuel tanks there. Let's see if I can turn this around. All smaller parts. Engine parts there again. That's the transmission. There it is. This is the first sprue. I'll start putting them back in where it came from, just to make sure I don't lose any more parts. These are, oh, see, this one's very loose also. Oh, there, it's gone. This is the G sprue with interior parts for the emergency case on the back. Filing system here and here. Guessing this are parts for the dark kennel, as I said before. It looks like dark kennel. Parts of the heaters or compressor, lighting, radio-ish, toolboxing, vise, light fixings, fire extinguisher, crane arm looks like it. And there's just one part broken off, it's just like a pipe. It's the grating for the, but I guess it's a dog cage. For the search and rescue dogs. Because they are of course caged. Oh, damn it. I have to start doing these again during daylight, it's a lot easier. There's the light fixings. There's the other one. The vise. I'll turn this around for a second. There's the vise again. There's the filing cabinet. And have some fun with this. Yeah. And that's it. So I'm gonna keep this aside as well. It's back in the back. There's a little bit of a smaller one. This is the C1 sprue. Jerry can, spare tire, jack, railing for the top. So I have another one like this, I guess. Because there should be two railings. Oh no, here's the second one, sorry. It's the exhaust for the emergency kit. It's all small stuff like this. Looks like a turbo fan here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. There's the railing for the roof. It's the spare tire place to put them. There's all small stuff. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Oh, small stuff. If I do it like this, I think it's over. I can do it like this. Takes a little bit of light with it. So. See, the detail is pretty good. I haven't detected any flash yet. Can't really speak about the fit because I haven't tried that. So far so good. Next sprue, another smallish one. I think the parts keep falling off, but we'll see. I see the steering wheel, nicely detailed on the bottom side where your fingers rest. Fixings for the wing mirrors, headlight guards, exhaust system, jacks and handles, shock absorbers, window wipers, all sorts of stuff. These are the parts of the chairs. Again, I can't really see any flash, so that's a good thing so far. Probably if you're gonna build it, you find some parts you overlooked during the reviewing. Well, for so far as I can see, it looks good. As you can see for yourself now. There's the steering wheel. I'm going to turn that around for you in a second because the detailing is on the other side. Light guards. There's around it. That. There's the steering wheel better version. Small stuff, lights, handles and the things. There. And there's the exhaust. I'm going to turn this around so you can see the other side of the steering wheel. And I hope the camera picks it. Yeah, the camera picks it up. You see? Yeah. Finger rests, I guess you can call those. So again, nicely molded so far. Seen any big mistakes? This is the main bodywork for the emergency bag of one of the chassis halves you're going to use for the build. There are a couple of small ejector pin marks on the inside of the chassis girder, so yeah, that's not too bad. To say what will be, there are very light ejector pin marks on the, I have to say, bottom part, underside of the bed. And some very superficial ones on the inside of the front and the back wall. I don't know if you covered these, and otherwise they are very easily be removed by the looks of it because they're very shallow. Detail, there's much detail. One imperfection here, but it's not too big. Also just sanding and it's gone. Just show you. This is the outside. Come on. It's harder than I thought with the light on. Sorry for that, guys. And girls, if you're watching. Turn it around. Parts on the other side. There aren't a lot of big small parts on this, so I just want to see if I can show you on the inside of the front and back wall. I'm doing it on the side of where the doors come in. You will see there are very, where is it? There it is. There are very small, very shallow. You can see there the best. There. You check the pin marks. It's the biggest of them all. It's on the inside, so. And unless you're gonna leave the roof open, this side you won't be able to see at all because that's where the door is in, so you will be watching from here. This side you will be able to see more of, but let me show you that as well, just to be sure. They are very tiny. Right there, and you can hear my finger even doesn't get caught in there. It's just so very like sanding, and they're gone. So that looks very good, very good placed. You can see here these are the very good placed ejectors. Pressure is very low, but they got them out even. More parts for the back part, of course. The roof, the sides. This is the step for the roof of the cabin. The second girder for the chassis. These go on the bottom of the emergency bag. Mud flaps. This one has some larger ejector pin marks on the inside, as you can see. You can probably see it from, well, maybe not from there, but I'll show you in a minute. Other than that, yeah, it looks good. Again, I can't say it really leave a lot of flash. The grading on the step on the roof is very nice, clean. I can't really, well, show you, but there's not a lot to see. Pretty close up, of course. So I'm going to show you the inside of the roof. If you can see the ejector pin marks there are a lot more visible, but then again, as you can see, they're not really going to be used, and this is the only really interesting part of this sprue. It's the grade for the step on the roof of the cabin. It looks just fine to me. So, another successful sprue. Here's another surprise. Some more clear parts. And these are the clear parts for the roof mainly, and the cabin. So I'm going to see if I can see as well. They're just as clear. So as I demonstrated with the windscreen, not really going to have to show you those, so I won't. And here we have the wheels, of which these broke off, and we got them here. Yeah, that's the only part that broke off. You got the same, got wheels, the inserts and the wheel, and if I'm not mistaken, they look like these are for inflating and deflating the tires. Provide more or less grip, more or less surface area for softer terrain, harder terrain, etc. Because I had got two halves off, I'm going to show you those because it's just easier. There isn't really an internal detail, so I'm just going to put them here and show you them like this. These are the wheels which you will put on the tire. And crisp detailing, as you can see. Looks nice. Clean. Yeah, well, you can see where they broke off, but that's everything. Put this in this bag as well. Where everything came from. And this is the last sprue. This is the cab. The truck itself. The doors, the insert to the doors, the fenders, the roof. This is the cabin flooring with here the part for the steering wheel and the pedals, the dash, the windscreen part. I'm looking for the hood, to be honest, and I can't remember seeing that so far, so I will be going back. Oh no, here's the hood, sorry. Here's the hood. with the company name on it. I don't know if it's the real company because I cannot read this. There aren't any hinges, and there are 3 ejector pin marks in here. So if you want to model this open, you have to work with those. If you want to display the engine, which you can because it looks pretty good on paper. Otherwise, all the pin markings are very cleverly placed. There's a little bit of cleanup here at the door, but yeah, that's not really, just a leftover. That's all. These are the inserts to the doors. These, oh, here's a little bit of flash on the, I'm guessing these are the headlights. This is the grille by the looks of it. And these are the fenders with the steps for the driver and co-driver. The dash with the instrument panel in here. Yeah, that looks good. Which would make this the passenger bench, and this the seat, the driver's seat. There isn't really a detail on those, so you might want, yeah, this is the seat. You might want to work on that a little bit, but all in all, bit of strange. This is a bit of a strange placement of the screw gates. You won't be able to see the inside, but they placed them on the outside for some reason. That's a shame. It makes it just a little bit harder to clean it up. But still, it looks good. I'm going to show you the dash. At the moment, I got not enough light. I know there's the markings to the truck, which is the hood or the bonnet. And we got the back side, the front, where the windscreen goes, the driver's seat, all sorts of small stuff. The fender, I'm going to turn this around again because the fenders with the steps. I'm going to do it like this. Let's see where we were. Read this side, sorry. The grill. The roof there, as you can see these screw gates. They're connected there, not on the inside. It's got a bit of a shame. The floor of the cabin there. And that's it really. And there are the headlights. I'm going to turn around so you can see the headlights. There. Close up. So, yep. And this is the last screw. Get it in again. Nice resealable bag. And put it all back in here. So, it's a pretty tight fit, as you can see. That's maybe the reason why something broke off. Just too tight of a fit. And this concludes my review of the ICM kit, the ZiL. Doesn't fit anymore. This is clear. The ZiL-131 emergency truck, the Soviet vehicle. Maybe that means ZiL or 131, I don't know. It looks to be detail-wise a very nice kit. Lots of, like I said, the back is completely detailed, the engine is detailed, the drivetrain, everything is detailed. It looks very, very nice. I can't really say anything about the fit just yet because I haven't built an ICM kit myself. I will be starting this kit not too long ago because this got me interested from the moment I got it. And we'll see then. I definitely do. I'm gonna try and do a build video on it. I'm not making any promises about that, to be honest. I'm doing a build video at the moment from something else. When that's done, highly likely that I'll start this one. And you will see the results or update videos on my channel, of course. So first impressions of the ICM ZiL-131 emergency truck. Yeah, looks good. Clean. Good molding looks good. Detailing is good. It's they are smart placement of the ejector pin mark. So all in all, yeah. And on my first sight basis, I would say I recommend this. But then again, make note, I have not built it yet, so I do not know how it fits. So I hope you like this review, and I hope to see you soon again. So bye bye.